Hi, welcome to Visions and Dreams, the Prophetic Journey of Daniel. We are looking at chapter 2. I believe you are following from where we started from chapter 1. But today we are going to look at Daniel 2, verses 5 to 13. This is where we find the dream which explains the mystery of Europe and Africa. In this dream, we find the explanation of the mystery of Europe and Africa. Let's go to Daniel chapter 2, 5 to 13. The king answered and said to the Chaldeans, "The thing is gone from me. If ye will not make known unto me the dream with the interpretation thereof, you shall be cut in pieces, and your houses shall be made a dunghill. But if you shew the dream and the interpretation thereof, you shall receive of me gifts and rewards and great honor. Therefore shew me the dream and the interpretation thereof." They answered again and said, "Let the king tell us. Let the king tell his servants the dream, and will shew the interpretation of it." The king answered and said, I know of certainty that you would gain the time, because you see the thing is gone from me. The thing which is being mentioned here is the dream. The dream is gone from me. But if ye will not make known unto me the dream, there is but one decree for you. For you have prepared lying and corrupt ways to speak before me, till the time be changed. Therefore tell me the dream, and I shall know that you can shew me the interpretation thereof. The Chaldeans answered before the king and said, There is not a man upon the earth that can shew the king's matter. Therefore there is no king, lord, nor ruler that asks such things at any magician, or astrologer, or Chaldean. And it is a rare thing that the king requireth, and there is none other that can shew it before the king, except the gods, whose dwelling is not with flesh. For this cause the king was angry and very furious, and commanded to destroy all the wise men of Babylon. And the decree went forth that the wise men should be slain, and they sought Daniel and his fellows to be slain. It is getting interesting, fellow believers out there. Visions and Dreams, the prophetic journey of Daniel. You know where we are coming from? In chapter 1, we find that the people of Israel should have taught the word about God's good message, but they had failed. We know the Israelites were the chosen generation, but they failed. Instead, they became arrogant, they became proud, and thought they alone could be saved. We have people in this ministry, Christians, who think them alone, they're the ones who are going to be saved. There are denominations, there are churches that believe them alone are the ones that are going to be saved. They have the truth, but they can't share that truth. They can't bring that truth to public domain. If they are to, they bring it with a price. It is really expensive for you to get that truth, because them alone, in inverted commas, believe they alone could be saved. We look at this king, King Nebuchadnezzar, who had a dream. In his ignorance, he did many wrong things. But God could see that his heart was honest. God saw the heart of Nebuchadnezzar, that it was honest. If we follow these writings here, you will see what I mean when I say God saw that the heart of Nebuchadnezzar was honest. Although the king was well educated and very wise in this worldly wisdom, he did not know the wisdom of heaven. he did not know the wisdom of heaven. He had a strange dream from heaven which troubled him. Unfortunately, he could not remember this dream. He called his men, the Chaldeans. He called the astrologers. He called all of them to come and tell him what the dream means. But none of them was able to tell him without asking him. The passage that we have read here, they are asking him that, "O king, tell us what the dream was like." And he told them, "I can't remember." And he has to issue a decree that if they can't interpret the dream, then they and their households will be slaughtered, will be killed. This was quite dicey. It was a checkmate for the popular magician astrologers who were in Babylon, because all the time they were working psychologically. They would ask the king the questions, and those answers the king will give will lead them to the interpretation of the dream. And there will be those similarities. And the king would say, "Yes, you have interpreted." Even today, we have those so-called prophets. They will ask you questions. Are you not this? Are you not this? Are you not that? They are getting your answers and trying to work on your mind. And when they tell you the so-called prophets, you agree and accept. "Yes, man of God, you are right." And at times, before you face the man of God, there is what is known as registration. They have got their own men who gather information and take it to the man of God. The man of God will just simply say, "That man dressed in white, you left your wife, you did this and that, you are surprised," and you have forgot because you are hypnotized. You forget that this is the information that you had given. What the Babylonians then called higher education, it was utterly foolishness in the eyes of God. Because some of their wise men who professed to be able to talk with dead people. Among these men were some who were called astrologers. They claimed they could talk with dead people. Even when the Bible is clear, when a person dies, he knows nothing. And that person is no longer a person because the spirit goes where it came from and the body is cremated or buried in the dust where it came from. There's nowhere where this dead person can come and start talking to the living. The dice was cast. And it was announced that everyone must be slain, including Daniel and his fellows. They were supposed to be slain. This is where we shall end in part 1 of chapter 2. We'll continue on the other side. Enjoy your day. Shalom.